Hello and welcome to another News Coolum video, another plug side chat. In this video, I'm here charging at a Walmart in Santa Rosa, and what I wanted to bring up is a topic about projection bias within the electric vehicle community and how that affects some of our charger implementation. And what I'm referring to specifically are the superchargers. Now, I know some people, even within the electric vehicle community, believe that superchargers are public chargers, but they're not. They're very exclusive for Tesla owners, Tesla vehicle owners, and it'd be one thing if Tesla offered an adapter, right, where uh, owners of non-Tesla electric vehicles could buy that adapter if it's compatible with their vehicle and they could use it. That would be one thing. Uh, and you can debate that either way. I'm in the camp that they should. I really don't think that Tesla is in a position right now to be able to pass up 200 to 400 million dollars a year in extra revenue. That's not really something I think that they makes valid business sense. But you could say it's a brand thing, and it's a luxury or exclusivity thing, which is fine. But my concern is more about how non-EV owners look at it and understand it and realize it, right? So I think we might be, as a community, a bit guilty of projection bias. And that's why we're sort of saying, well, if a business signs up for a Tesla supercharger, then fine. Or if you own a Tesla, you're like, well, sure, anybody can access it. They just have to buy a Tesla too. But think about it from the perspective of the business owners. See, especially if they're not electric vehicle owners. For us, we know where our cars can charge, where they can't charge, where it's compatible, where it's not compatible, which ones we can use with the help of adapters, which ones we can't. But if you don't own an electric vehicle, that might not be apparent to you. That's not necessarily knowledge that you have. And so I think that's important. An example I like to point to is my trip to northern Arizona. I was speaking to a clerk and I was talking about electric vehicle charging, and I was in Kingman, Arizona. And she said, "Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. The electric vehicle chargers, they're just over there by Carl's Jr." Well, what she was referring to were the Tesla superchargers. But note that she didn't say uh, Tesla superchargers or Tesla chargers. She just said electric vehicle chargers. Of course, if you're driving an electric vehicle, they're your chargers. They're right over there. Not having any idea that they're exclusive to one brand. I was talking to another friend about the implementation of Tesla chargers over at the Thousand Oaks Mall, and about how they're putting in 20 stalls over there by the overflow parking at the parking structure. And I said, but unfortunately, they can only be used by Tesla owners. And he was baffled. He said, wait a minute, those are chargers. See, from the perspective of someone who doesn't really know, right, that they just see those as a branded charger. You have an EV Go charger. Well, it's just an EV Go charger. You have a charge point charger, it's just a charge point charger. If you happen to have a Nissan free to charge, or a BMW or a Ford logo on one of the EV Go chargers, they just assume, well, that's advertising, or that manufacturer bought space on it. They don't make any connection that, oh, only a Leaf can charge there, only a BMW i3 can charge it. That's not what they're thinking. They're, oh, electric vehicle charger. Okay, cool. I guess electric vehicles can charge there. So, in the perspective of the public, in the perspective of business owners, they might not know, and assuming that they do, I think, is a dangerous thing. Now, I'm not sure how Tesla markets to these business owners. I don't know if they necessarily know what they're getting into. Uh, but I do see this as being a potential future problem, given how many spaces are being taken up. And think about this, this is not something that you see anywhere else. If an unaffiliated business has reserved parking, it's for use cases, not for people who own a specific type of vehicle. You don't see Toyota parking, you don't see Honda parking, you don't see Nissan parking unless you're at a Honda dealership, unless you're at a Toyota dealership, unless you're at a Nissan dealership. You don't see exclusive access unless that business is affiliated with that brand. So why would there suddenly be some exclusive parking for a specific brand of vehicle at a mall, at a Walmart, at any of these businesses? It does not make business sense, right? I see a number of people wanting to petition Costco to put in superchargers uh, because they have their gas stalls. I don't think it behooves Costco to do that. I don't see why. I could see them putting in DC fast chargers. I could see them putting in Chatamo and CCS chargers. I could see them putting in level 2 chargers. I can't see them putting in Tesla chargers because it doesn't really make any business sense for them to devote that much parking space to a specific brand of vehicle that maybe 10% at most, um, not even that, of their customer base would use. So I think it's something that you're going to see that Tesla's done a very good job with leveraging that. But I think one of two things is going to happen in the near future is uh, either Tesla opens up their supercharger network, or businesses start to push back and say if you're going to install chargers, they have to be universal. Now, if that means that we'll open up 12, 16, 20 parking spots, and Tesla's free to put in chargers there, but a percentage of them have to be no affiliation, universally usable, is that something Tesla's going to be willing to do, like they do with their destination chargers? So I don't know. I think this is a really important issue, and I think we need to make sure that the general public and non-EV owners are really aware of, wait a minute, who has access, and who am I opening up my parking spaces to, and who am I excluding? And I don't think we can afford to move forward with that much projection bias, just assuming that these businesses know that the chargers that they're installing are not necessarily universal, that by installing them they're excluding. And this cuts both ways, right? I don't want to pick solely on Tesla, though they're the easy target because they're the ones who have been doing the largest implementations at private businesses. But apparently, at this point, the Tesla Model 3 can't charge at a DC charger. So the CHAdeMO adapter doesn't work. Will it work in the future? Maybe. Is Tesla going to make another one? Maybe. But in the meantime, EVgo chargers, ChargePoint chargers, um, none of these public DC fast chargers are usable by Model 3 owners. So it does cut both ways. And I think we as a community, as electric vehicle advocates, need to make sure that businesses and the general public know that there are different standards. And if you're going to start providing those standards in public charging locations, that it needs to be accessible by all electric vehicle owners, not just specific brands. So anyway, let me know what you think. I think this is an important issue that does need to be tackled. Um, and I don't want to see a lot of pushback or blowback on a vehicle like Tesla, right? Because they've already invested so much. But I do think that we need to start moving forward with a more universal access and approach. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. It helps out the channel. Again, let me know what you think. And thanks for watching. Take care.